To butter or not to butter? That is the question. Yesterday, we told you about a new study that says plant-based oils may be better than butter to reduce your mortality rate.
Yeah, but which one is better, butter.
Butter.
or oil? Paula Dean over here says butter.
I love the butter.
Our 90s medical expert, Dr. Payal Kohli, is joining us now to break down this controversy. Dr. Kohli, good morning.
Good morning. I love butter too.
I like it as well.
Okay, so first let's talk about, it's drawing a lot of controversy because recently Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said some of these plant-based oils are bad for you. They can be, cause cancer or whatever. So what's going on here?
Yeah, I mean, it's been trending on social media. People are saying that these are poisoning America and we don't realize it. But really what it reflects is a fundamental misunderstanding of the science. And so if you compare plant-based oils to animal-based products, every single scientific study has definitively shown that the plant-based oils are much better for you compared to the animal-based. Now, where this controversy came from was the fact that if you have too much of any kind of oil, it's bad for you, right? And it doesn't matter if it's plant-based or animal-based. And if you think about some of the things we eat, like French fries, those are often cooked in these plant-based oils. And it's the French fries and the processed foods that's causing the harm, not the plant-based oils, which have a high amount of polyunsaturated fats.
Are all plant-based oils the same?
That's interesting too. So they've looked at it and it really depends on the ratio of the amount of unsaturated fat. So we've all heard that butter and animal fat is saturated, right? And saturated is poison for the arteries. That's really, really bad for you. So what you want to do is get polyunsaturated. Now, how much unsaturated fat you have can really help determine the benefits of the plant-based oil. For example, corn oil is not nearly as healthy for you as olive oil, which has been associated with a lower risk of dying. And that's because it has more of those polyunsaturated fats.
Doesn't it also have to do with like how you're using the oil? Like, because if you cook certain oils at high temperatures, they can be really bad for you.
Such a good point. So it's not just how you're using it, but also how the oil is processed, because that refining process can actually change the properties, the nutritional properties of it. And then, Corey, as you said, when you heat it up, and if you boil it too high or what have you, you can actually change the properties of the oil. You can cause oxidation, which is spoilage of the oil, and then that can create that pro-inflammatory effect as well.
All right, you've given us a lot to think about this morning. I'm trying to get a mental picture right now of my pantry and my cabinets and making sure what all I have. What is the takeaway here? What should we be cooking in if we just kind of want the easy answer moving forward?
So if you like the taste of butter, you can put some on your bread for the taste. You're not going to cook in it because it's not healthful. It's the opposite of being healthy. 2/3 saturated fat, no nutritional properties. It's just for taste. So you're going to be cooking in plant-based oils, preferably olive oil or soybean oil. Those are the oils that are associated with the lower risk of dying, lower risk of having heart disease and cancer. In fact, the American Heart Association has put it into their guidance to use these types of oils for cooking, and try to avoid some of those kind of more rare plant-based oils like the corn oil, which don't have those same healthful benefits.
What about like canola and vegetable oil? Because I've been told for so long, stay away from those, but then canola oil was listed in this study as better than butter.
Absolutely better than butter. Yeah. So canola oil is another one that you can use. It's more inexpensive oil, more easily accessible. And that is another oil that has high levels of those polyunsaturated fats. And so really what you want to think about is the omega-6 content. Omega-6 is getting a bad vibe on social media, but it's actually good for us. But guys, the key takeaway here also is moderation.
Right.
So any oil in excess is going to be unhealthy because it has a lot of fat in it. You want to limit the amount of total fat in your diet and avoid those ultra-processed foods. As good as those French fries taste,
oh yeah,
they're not good for us. And
I'll just stick with the stick of butter.
Always spoiling our fun, Dr. Kohli, but thank you very much. That was a great conversation. By the way, you can find all of Dr. Kohli's appearances at 9news.com/Dr. Kohli.